Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2 and version 1.2. That's correct, I've updated it, got released public beta on Steam a matter of hours ago, so I thought I'd take the plunge from 1.18 that have been running for months and jump in with version 1.2. So that's update number 1. Update number 2 is this truck here, the Scania T. This is a new Scania T. Coming out shortly, there'll be a video of me driving this truck, but the 1.6 version of this truck. There's a story behind that, but I waffle on about that in the other video, so there we go. But this is the 1.7 version, which is updated for 1.19, and as you can see, it comes with a let's call it a pack on the back. Oh, that rhymes. Air pack, fuel pack, etc, etc. Tanks and stuff, tank pack on the back. It looks pretty cool, so it looks a bit more legit, heavy haul wise. There's no end of options for the tank. There must be about sort of 10 different versions, different paint versions and stuff like that. They pretty much all look like that in terms of content, but it's mainly just the skin that you can change. So yeah, I think I'm up and running now. Made the transfer, updated all the mods as best as I can. I've yet to drive anywhere apart. I've driven from the garage across the road to the garage here and sorted the truck out. And I'm in TSM at the moment as well, southern Italy. So TSM's working even though it's not officially supported in 1.19, let alone 1.2. I've also got Rust map on the go and everything seems to work. Now, I've noticed quite a few things. Obviously there's the mod manager, and bearing in mind I'm looking at this from my perspective of coming from 1.18 or lower, I suppose. So there's the mod manager. Now I'm not an expert in the mod manager, but I can give you a very brief run through. So there's the mod manager. Now I've got loads of mods in my folder. All these here are mods in your folder, and all these over on the right hand side are mods that will be loaded in your game. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert on this, but kind of figured out how it works. It's fairly self-explanatory. One thing that annoys me is I don't seem to see any ability to sort your active mods alphabetically. It didn't load them alphabetically. The active mods I had in 1.18 were still active. That carried over into 1.2, so that wasn't an issue. However, I think they're loaded in a different order, so you've kind of got to be careful. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of mods in here, and a lot of them, as you can see with all the Zs, you go crazy with the Zs. Just put a few more Zs in, a few more Zs. And before you know it, you can't see what's that mod? No idea. But in here, if I scroll right down, because this is alphabetically organised, right down here, we've got a bunch of Z stuff going on. So what's that? Well, click on the I button, and it tells you. I mean, that gives me enough of the clue. There's some Zed files that I've got so many Zs it just can't even cope with this screen. Now, this button here, that implies it's active, so that mod's in there. If you click on it, look, it highlights it in your running order. If you want to take that mod out, you press that arrow there. If you want to put it in, that arrow there. Of course, that's something else that annoys me, is the fact that it automatically, when you activate a mod, it puts it at the top of the list. Now you've got two options there. You can decrease the priority, loads from the top down. The game loads each mod from the top down. Decrease the priority like that, one by one, just to shuffle it a few steps, or you can just mash that button once, and you go all the way to the bottom, like that. Because that's basically what I've done. I've whipped through, and stuff that looks like it should load last, from what I can remember, loads last. I've kind of moved to the bottom, and it's kind of worked. But for some reason, the engine sound at all. So that's basically that. There's a couple of different. There's a red button. Let's see. I think I've got something that's red. There we go. That truck there. That came back as incompatible. I think it did in the upgrade process. I think it did put that in my active mods thing, even though it's incompatible. But I've taken it out and I've put that one in, and that seems fine, which is bizarre because this one's newer than that one's. But anyway, there is also, you can also, there we go, there's another function. You can favourite, stick a little sort of star next to it, take it away, and then that enables you to quickly filter favourites. And again, you can sort it, filter by that, for example. Now, I suspect, I don't know, but I suspect, as you can see, these are all the latest Gazarhya packs. And these are all updated to be compatible with 1.19 in the mod manager. Little thumbnails, and it tells you about them, and it's wonderful. But I've got some other trailer packs in here, quite a few other trailer packs in here that don't appear in here. Now that's because they're old and haven't been updated on compatible, inverted commas, with the mod manager. But they still work in the game. It's just you can't filter them. So just be aware of that. Just because, you know, click tuning parts or whatever, don't expect every tuning part to come up, because as you can see, only stuff with thumbnails comes up that's been updated for the mod manager. All the other stuff that hasn't, the other tuning parts that haven't, get like add-ons there, 2008, that's a tuning part. But it falls into the other section. So that's something to be aware of. So that's basically the mod manager. This button, or these buttons here, that activates all mods and that deactivates all mods. So if I mash that button, it will just pull all that out instantly. Actually, no, thinking about it, it does give you a warning. If you click that, it says, are you sure you want to deactivate all your mods? So there's this is two-step process, not like these here where you click it once and it happens. You've got to click it twice basically to do that, because obviously if you deactivate everything, you've got to put everything back again. And I suspect it will just do it in the random order. So that's basically the mod manager. There's also a feature in 1.2 where this image you can see on the screen, in fact, it looks like somebody's made this photograph and put it on World of Trucks. And the SCS guys, think it's the SCS guys, or the World of Truck people, handpick a couple of photos off World of Trucks, or a couple of pictures, screenshots off World of Trucks, every so often, and basically shove them in the cloud. And you can enable a feature within the game now that will display randomly those screenshots in place of your typical loading screen, which is quite nice. But you'll still occasionally get the loading screen, but it's, you know, so that's another feature that comes with 1.12. Now, a pretty major feature is the ability to fiddle with your routes and also plan routes independent of journeys, set routes. As you can see, as I'm moving my mouse around there, I've got a little sort of pointer that's with a 1 on it. So I want to go there, click on it, tells you how far it is and how long it will take you to get there. And then if you think, well, I want to go a bit further than that actually, probably want to stop by Foggier. Click again, sets the route. There's a lot of icons on the map, it's difficult to see. And again, calculates new distance and stuff. If you think, well, actually, I fancy going this route, what you can do is if you click there, like that, one way, you could drag that number 2 down there, look, like that. So basically, you can, not only can you set the route in the first place, but you can adjust it. You can move your waypoints around, and it'll tune the route, whichever route it thinks is best or fastest. I'm not quite sure what the criteria is. And I don't know how many of these you could add, but you could probably add quite a lot. So there you go. That's the basic rundown of 2 major features that I've noticed in my extremely short time in this game. Like I say, things seem to work. I've got Rust map running. I've got TSM map, as you can see on here. It's remember all my stuff. I've got a bunch of garages in there. No problems with that. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, share, subscribe, stay tuned, and drive safe.